What's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. Hope you guys are all doing fantastically well. Today, back for my match preview ahead of this Saturday's game against Leeds United at Elland Road. It's a big game, actually. Not really for us, but for them. It looked like they had a playoff place wrapped up a few weeks ago. Now they've lost a few games on the bounce, not in the best of form. They've just lost to Burton, and they're not in the playoffs anymore. And if we beat them this weekend, that's game over for them. No more playoff places for them. They have to pretty much pick up all 3 points. And they did so when they played us at Carrow Road back in, what was that, November, I think. That last-minute goal won it for Leeds straight after a Kyle Lafferty goal that we thought had got us back into the game. And they also beat us on penalties in the League Cup. So it would be lovely to get some revenge, I think. But let's see the team that I would put out to hopefully get that revenge. In goal, John Ruddy. If you haven't watched my NCFC News Daily from today yet, go and check that out. Unfortunately, Michael McGovern's not going to be travelling to Leeds because of the sad passing of his mother. So thoughts to Michael McGovern once again. John Ruddy would have gone in goal anyway, but I guess Paul Jones is going to be the backup keeper now, which will be very interesting. In at left back, of course, Mitchell Dykes. And I'm actually going to go with an unchanged back line. Ryan Bennett and Russ Martin. With Ivo Pinto at right back. I'm sticking with that mainly because it worked so well against Brighton. Bennett looked like Maldini. Martin looked like Jamie Carragher on his finest hour. And Pinto and Dykes looked like Pinto and Dykes. So it worked really nicely. I'm sure it won't happen again, but with Close still out injured, you haven't really got any other options there. Unchanged central midfield partnering as well for me. Johnny Howson next to Graham Dorrans. I think Graham Dorrans is easily the most underrated player at this football club. So many people just disregard him from our future plans, and I genuinely think Graham Dorrans is up there with some of the best midfielders in the Championship. He is very good. He gets goals. We look a lot more mobile when Dorrans is in the team compared to Tete. But to be fair, that's not tricky, having a more mobile team without Alex Tete. So that's kind of the defensive midfield to go for. And of course, the front four is always going to be the one that causes a few debates. Out on the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Stephen Naismith, actually. I think he's been really good in the last couple of games. And to be fair, he's been good for a lot of this season. Should we keep him next season? I think that's another debate in itself that we've had on the podcast and everything. But for me, Stephen Naismith brings a little bit more defensive stability. When we're not going forwards, Naismith will drop in a little bit and give a bit of cover. He can pick out a pass. He's got an experienced head, and go into somewhere like Leeds. It's a sellout. There's going to be, 38,000 people there, all going to be very loud. It's going to be quite a demanding occasion. So if you stick in James Maddison in there, or players like that with not too much experience, it might not pay off. In the middle, I'm going to go with Alex Pritchard because he's simply undroppable at the moment. He's been absolutely excellent. And out on the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Yannick Wildschut once again. I really want to see Yannick Wildschut be given a chance. I think the Murphys have done brilliantly this season, but I would like to see something a little bit different. We've seen what they bring to the table. We know what they bring to the table. We don't really know what Yannick brings to the table. We've seen him in a few games, but I'd like to see him in a few more. So play him against Leeds, play him against QPR. That's what I really want to see. And then up front, I'm going to stick with Nelson Oliveira, one of our best players this season for me. Really came into his own a few months ago. And I know he's had injury problems and stuff. But if we can get him in full fitness and hopefully keep his disciplinary record slightly better next season, I think we've got a real player on our hands. And I'm really pleased about that because I didn't think he was the best of players when he first came into the club. So I'm really pleased that he's proved me wrong. But that's the team I'd go for. A few changes. I'm bringing in Yannick Wildschut. I'm going to move Pritchard into the middle and Naismith out on the left-hand side. And except for that, it's pretty much unchanged. And to be fair, it'd be very harsh to drop any players after that 2-0 win against Brighton. So that's the team I'm going to go for. Look, it's going to be a tough game up against Leeds. They've got Liam Bridcut out there, their captain, which is a positive, but they're a good team, Leeds United, and they're going to be firing on all cylinders because they've got a lot to play for, So, big game for them. Hopefully we can turn up and, get a bit of revenge for the two quite painful results to take earlier on in the season. Let me know your thoughts on that team. Would you play anyone different? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon. Peace out.